Vibe Coders. Welcome to the Lazy Developer, where I teach you things about coding with AI that AI doesn't always tell you. One thing that's really useful about setting up apps and web pages with contact forms and newsletters and things like that is being able to email people and interact with them. And it's really handy because you can do all kinds of things when you notify people after they've been to your site. It gives them a sense of engagement, like you've been paying attention, you're listening to them. And that can be something as simple as an autoresponder, or like detailed, like when you fill out a contact form, you get a nice personalized response to say, hey, don't worry, we've got your email. We're going to contact you in the next 24 hours and give you an update on what it is you contacted us for. Form may have some smarts in it that says, why are you contacting us? And you put reasons, and that can fire off different emails for different reasons to different groups of people. Now, one of the things I talked about in the previous post around my tech stack is what platform I personally use to do that. Brevo. I do that because A, I can use the free tier per domain name to send up to 300 emails a day. But more important, and that's under free access to the API. That's the bit that's important to me, is access to the API. That API lets me send emails out based on certain types of logic. If you go to my company website, level5.life, you'll see assessments, online assessments there, where I ask you as a prospect, potential customer, what's going on with your situation? How can I help? The result of that assessment will then generate a unique email that goes to the customer, the prospect, and it will also come to me. I use Brevo to help me do that. I create the custom HTML template in that email, and I've just had AI code it all. Brevo has been around a while. It used to be called Sendinblue, I believe. AI is really familiar with it, particularly Claude, but the documentation is there. The API docs are online, so you can always share with Claude what it is you're trying to do from the API docs. Really useful, integrates well into Vercel because the API calls to Brevo go into the API files in the API folder. And I think it's important to have that communication. But Brevo lets me do a couple of other interesting things. One of my customers is a tuition company that teaches kids 11 plus, GCSE, all that stuff. What I built for them was an assessment that's a test, like an 11 plus assessment or a GCSE assessment. And the results of that assessment get presented on screen, but they also get emailed to that parent. And it goes to the company to say, hey, this person filled out an assessment. This is what they scored. You've got some stuff to talk about now on where the child needs help. So the assessment is built in the website, but all this communication management is handled with Brevo, with the added benefit of being able to create a deal in a pipeline and add the contact information into a